Hey, what's up, bums? All you turds out there, La La Land. You're having fun sitting on your butts watching people work. I know I do. I know I love it. I like to sit, have my morning coffee, watch somebody else struggle in life. Well, I got a few projects I got to work on. Well, I got a lot of projects actually. It's been a freezing cold, nasty winter. Got all these saws I gotta fix. Got machines to run. Even these little, having enough of these things. I'm making my own alligator clips for the camera mounts now. So yeah, we're just messing around here, trying to get back in the swing of things. It's been a very cold, long, very cold winter. Have not felt like being here or doing anything here because it's been cold. Recently it's warmed up enough. And every time that I've been here, one day I gotta fix that ramp into the barn because that doesn't need to be crazy steep like that. If I built that up, better to build that up another 6 inches, so it'd be a smooth entry in and out of there. Just gotta leave enough clearance for the doors. One day we'll get it. Just another project gotta be done. We're just out here in the log yard moving crap around. And I got keep getting more wood. Wood trucks keep coming and dumping and piling up. Wish I knew some other carvers that needed wood. I probably do, but it's another hassle. I'm gonna go that route. If I'm gonna go the route of starting to sell logs or sell wood out of here, that's another thing to take up more time. There's a carving I've been working on here and there, picking and poking at. I'll give you a little tour of the place if you haven't been here before. Sure you have by now. All right, there's carvings, music room, production studio, saws, racks of saws, my little bears. It's festival time again. We're getting ready for the show and got a pile of inventory trying to get finished up. All kinds of stuff going on. Suddenly it gets warm and I don't want to work anymore. Well, that's not true. It's less about wanting to work than I need to fix. I got broken stuff everywhere. This thing's needing constant attention right now. It's doing a lot of work for us around here. This thing's always needing attention. My cars are always needing fixing and attention. Everything's always breaking. That's just the name of the game. And you gotta love it or you gotta stop doing it. Me personally, I choose to keep going. I choose to try to try to keep, you know, there's times where I definitely miss having a real job. But now, if I had a real job, I'd be able to do all this here. And a lot of people, this is in the way. This damn thing is going to be right in the way of everything all the time. Try to make it not in the way, but everywhere I put it, these same cameras, there's not a lot of room on board here. Well, that's about to fall off. Holy cow. You gotta screw her back in there. It's always something, guys. There's always just bolts come right out. 100% stripped right out. From all the, you gotta see. This bolt is 100% stripped out from all the pressure that I had on it. When the pin broke, the cylinder, the ram on the cylinder hit here, the whole arm collapsed, pushed up and down on it, got it off. And push this up. This non-stop, there's loose nuts and bolts everywhere, all day long, all the time. That's about all you're gonna get. I gotta get them cameras out of my way so I can operate this lever. Can't operate the lever, take the camera to it my way, and that's the only other place to put it. Right where my hands at. If I can get it, right on the bank. Sorry you're looking tired. I don't have a place. I can't sit. I'm gonna park the cameras on goddamn table. I gotta keep moving here. I got work to do. I'm just letting you guys know it's not here. It's not here as much as maybe as entertainment. Well, I don't know. Please look back. See what I was doing a year ago or stuff. I get a kick out of watching videos. I just don't like watching myself. I like watching what I do. It's kind of fun to watch what you do for a living, or what you do as a hobby. And then you make successful. to move more logs. So we're going to do these ones. Sorry guys, I'm not 1,000% focused on the video. Or focused on getting the work done. Why they dump a pile of wood chips? Next thing, now you got all my stickers and my boards all mixed in. These guys, they're like, oh, I want to save those 2 logs, so they say, I save the side. But now they got big chunks of wood and piles of wood. They got wood chips mixed in. They're like, oh, I want to save that largest. That largest is really good wood. I'm like, guys, we got a whole mountain of wood that we saved here. And nobody's doing a thing with it. And the only reason they're saving it is to take up less room in the bank, so we're not pushing it all over the bank and throwing it in the bank. The only reason they're doing it is saving it. I mean, there's some great little bit of art. The whole thing is I'm trying to keep it somewhat organized, which is really hard to do. I like having this little machine with the forks on it because it moves things a lot quicker. So I don't own any of this. I'm bored with it. This is all rented because I take care of the backyard. And I can't rent to be in here. I get used to it. This white machine someday will be mine. There's a lot of neighbors on it right now, so we are moving up the road. I haven't exactly started paying for it yet. It's always something. There's always a little hit and miss going on, and there's always something breaking and bending land. Consistent getting cut in. This is all we're trying to get all our firewood separated, or at least isolated to where we can separate it at some point. Easily. Trying to get it where everything is easy to move along. Separated. We're trying to get, the problem is, you see we got chunks of wood there, then we got stickers here, then we got a cone there. Trying to get all the randomness. See, what I like to do is, before I dump, if I'm running a dump truck, before I come and dump stuff in an area, I'll actually pick shit up I'll pick stuff like this up. I'll get out of the truck, or I'll be behind the truck while somebody else is dumping, and I'm moving these piles of this that it kind of looks like somebody was doing something over here with it. So I'm not going to dump on top of it like these guys constantly do. But that's my life. This is why I never get anything done. I'm always picking up after these guys here and organizing their stuff. This thing's not moving. Why not just take crap and, you know, it's a constant. This is a constant thing here. It's a constant struggle to keep things clean and organized somewhat. And these guys just dump stuff everywhere. I mean, that didn't need to be over here. You could have gotten up in the back of the truck and pushed the logs aside. Well, now we got to get the backhoe for that little bit of mess. But we got other things to do. I'll take you guys with me. Hopefully. We got piles of wood. Tons of wood. There's no end of wood here. There's no end of projects and things to do. I hope your guys' Sunday's going well. I'm hoping to. Now I gotta. At some point, I need to work on the brakes on my car. Hopefully, old Warren Buffett here will start. Warren Buffett, Jimmy Buffett. I lost my flip-flop. Did you lose your flip-flop today? Jay Buffett. So now I gotta figure out camera mount situation. There's nowhere to mount the camera to. I can never find anywhere to mount the camera to in here that actually works. And it's not the fault of the machine. It's mostly that I'm impatient with things. A lot of it's that I get impatient with things when it comes to cameras and gear and all that stuff. I get impatient with this stuff, especially when you're trying to find good spots to hang things or clip things, and there isn't. There just isn't. How's that gonna work? Trying to think about this one, guys. Trying to actually use my head for a second. Think. No, it's not my strong suit. Try here. Now we'll put that right there. Well, come on, you can flip. Piece of junk thing. Alright, so we're going to get a lot of movement. I apologize for that beforehand, but I can't do anything about that. I'm not a professional camera guy. I'm not an expert at any of this. So you're just going to have to bear with me. She's a lot shaky. The hydros are This machine is old. The hydraulics are all beat to hell. But you know what, guys? We own it. The owner of the place bought it all in cash. He saved for it for years. And he's back and forth on whether to get rid of it or whether to keep it around. I keep telling him it's the best investment that he's ever made for this property. Couldn't have made a better investment. See, that machine there, that's his old machine, the white one that I'm buying off him. He used that for years as a machine on job sites. So that thing has been beat up. Put wood chips way over here where you don't need any wood chips. I don't know why they dumped it here. We're trying to get it, guys, where everybody has to do the same thing. If everybody's not doing the same thing the same way, because we have so many people in and out of here, so many trucks in and out of here all the time, if everybody's doing their own thing, it gets messy really quick. It gets lost. It gets disorganized. And then you got all this wasted space. And here I am struggling to get it cleared. I just need some room to move a few logs and park them over here. Now I gotta sit here and see, and there's more buried shit. It's when these guys go and do this kind of thing, and then they text me and they're like, oh yeah, oh, we want to save that. We want to save those 2 logs. And I'm like, alright. Well, then they'll sit there for a year or 2 and nobody will freaking touch them, and then they'll forget about them. So we keep pressing the point, and I keep talking to the owner of the place, the guy that I rent from, the guy that I take care of the place for. I say there's no more saving. If we're gonna save, we're gonna do it in a way that it's stuff that everybody's gonna use or somebody's gonna use, and it's going to be meaningful. It's not just going to be like, oh, yeah, I want to save that because it's a nice piece of wood. I mean, there's millions of pieces of wood, nice pieces of wood around here. You're not going to get anywhere saving stuff off here. Now, if I get a load of logs like I have over here, yeah, I want to save that load of logs because there's a guy with a sawmill, and he'll come and he'll knock that stuff up in a day, you know, or a couple of days. They'll have it all cut up and out of here, and that's our main goal, is just to keep making room around it. That's the main goal of all of this today, is just to make room for the company, because he don't make his money saving wood. He don't make no money off the wood that he saves. We do sell some here and there, but that's a side part of it. That's never paid the bills. It's just extra gas money. with it, it's yours to play with. Like, there's no... There is some wood that if I got it set aside and I'm carving on it, you don't touch it. We all know that. There's some that, you know, people will ask, oh, did you want that? Will you save that? I'm like, no, take it. Do whatever you want with it. You know, I'm just, most of the stuff that I save, I'm just saving. Because we don't want to push it over the bank. These hydros are awful shaky. I should check. I'm just trying to get flat so that I can move that pile. Sticks back there. Alright guys, this is as old and junky as this thing is, it's an awesome machine. Doing what you gotta do around the property. When you have a lot of material to move and you gotta move it quickly, this is the way to go. This thing's been a lifesaver so many times for us. So many situations. All the roads here around the property, we put them in with this machine and that little white one. That little white one has a bucket. Put stuff around. You can push dirt with it. This machine's done most of the work on the roads. And drying it, putting all the gravel in. She is shaking this morning. She's not happy with me. But she's telling me, she's saying, go through the brakes on your car, you gotta get back in the first one. That's most important. My brake on my car locked up last night while I'm driving down the road. Well, not locked up, but it started to hang up. The caliper's hanging up. So I got to do that today. I'm just trying to push through, get enough room where I can move these sticks right over the bank. There you go. Shake. There's a balance in between. There's two reservoirs on this thing. There's a balance in between them somewhere where they do mix, and I think it's in the cooler unit or the drive unit. There's a crossover that provides pressure for the two, and the theory that we have now with this right now is there's a seal, the broken seal. There's a broken seal in there somewhere. So there's a bit of a leak. There's a bit of a breach between the two different mixer areas, two different poles for mixing. Alright, so we're done with the big guy. And maybe show a little bit of some logs stacking movie. You guys are going to see what I was trying to do here. So that's there. And I can't see on the camera screen what the heck's going on here. Trying my best, guys, but I'm not. I keep telling you that I'm not a camera guy. I'm not interested in being one. I've never really liked camera thing. Alright, we're gonna shut her down because we're gonna need her again, but not right now. Well, just to show you guys the reality of this whole thing here. That's why I can't make good content. I'll show you right straight up. I'm not making excuses, but this is what we deal with every day. This is what I deal with every day. Bent the pin, sucked it in to the inside of the arm. It's about to have another blowout. Look at what it did over on this side. Completely cracked it. Yep, she's done for a while. I got to take it all apart again and bang it back into shape, and I got to take it off. You see where it's broke down there? It's just nonstop. You're trying to move stuff. My goal is to get all of those bigger logs over to that area. These guys here, these are my carving logs, because these won't fit on the mill. They're too short for him. Or they're too knotty. He's not going to want those. So I'll use these for carving. I want to get all my carving stuff set up here again, is the goal. But, as usual, machines keep breaking, which is part of it. You see how that's all dented out? That's not supposed to be like that, guys. All right, well, I got to leave this empty because I got to get the car in here and start doing a brake job. Not real exciting stuff, not real exciting news, nothing really going on, even worth watching. Just more showing you guys some stuff that, that's my morning, and I still got saws to build, saws to get fixed, so I have at least a couple that are good and sharp, have extra chains and running. When I spend all weekend standing out there at a festival in about another month. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all that I do all day, every day. If I'm not out making money, if I'm not out chasing money, doing delivery orders, dropping people's food off for them, I'm here working in the shop. And I've done a lot of in-shop videos before, and people don't seem to like them. They don't seem to really get a very good following. See, this saw here, the motor is really loose in the saw. And then we got I think this one runs reliably. I don't know, I haven't started these in a while. Let's see what we got. This one starts, kinda. So this one runs good. I think it's ready. It's ready for that weekend. Don't have to worry about it. I do need to go through it and check it. Just do basic maintenance. Clean it. Got tool bags. I got to get my other table set up here. Let's check this one. That's this one here. I got to take the air cover off of this one to start it. I don't know why. I haven't figured it out yet. But it will not start. It will not kick over with this plastic cover on here. It stops the choke from fully engaging somewhere. Alright, so there's two that run. So I have two running saws. That's better than none. Better than only having one, I'll tell you that. Having one is kind of a unfun situation. Because if you only got one running and you need 3 or 4, or you need 2 or 3, then you're stressed out about that. I like to have at least two decent running saws when I'm at an event, because then if one of them breaks, I got another one. That's the first thing. The other thing is it's nice to just be able to switch back and forth and not overheat, not push the saw too hard. You give it a break. It does matter if you let them sit, chill out for a bit. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna bug out while I do my brakes on my car. See if I can mess with any more camera gear today. I'll probably bug out while I do my brakes on my car, just because I got to get it done, and I don't need other things keeping me busy or distracted. The cameras are distracting. I like to just jam on the music as loud as possible, and you got a job like that to do. You just want to get it done. This is the old brake bracket. I might turn the camera back on once I get the car in here. This has got to go on the car. That's my brakes. Hopefully, and I don't see it, there's the plug, there's the hole. Oh, there's our copper. That's what we need, those little copper washers right there. That's critical. That's number 1. I think this is a new battery. I'm not sure. No, 119. No, that's an old battery. Still works though. Still has power in it. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep it up here on the table. Yeah, there's a bunch here. Bunch of stuff here. I think I got a core on this. So, I think I'm going to save all this. See if there's a core on it. See if there's money waiting to be picked up on the old parts. This is, when these get all messed up, see, that's not moving. That's supposed to be moving freely. I had to change this bracket first. Well, it turned out the whole entire, these pistons go bad on these after a while. And the piston will just stay out there. It'll stay hung up. Either it's losing fluid, or when the fluid backs off, the piston stays out. I think it stays pushed out. It gets loose in there after being old and wore out. All right. Maybe we'll be back. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm trying.